guys, it's Mecha-san here with another top 10 from Watch Mojo. Specifically, Watch Mojo Plays. Or Mojo Plays, whichever. This is the top 10 games that defied all expectations, and in the thumbnail we had Kingdom Hearts. Which, yes, that... I mean, I don't know... Okay, I think I was... As a kid, when I first heard about Kingdom Hearts, and the fact that we got Disney characters, meaning this Final Fantasy-esque thing, Square Enix... Because even back then I knew what Square Enix can do. I was excited and everything. I have no idea what people thought about this crazy combination at the time and everything like that. But I assumed that they all thought it was going to fail. And no, it didn't. Meanwhile, what other games had to defy expectations? I mean... I remember... What's the... DC versus Mortal Kombat... good anyway? I mean, did it have... I don't know. I don't know what other games could have been, at least not at the top of my head. I can't recall any. But let's see what Watch Mojo has to offer. Alright.
Welcome to Mojo Plays. To kick off the launch of our brand new channel, check out some of our favorite videos from Watch Mojo's huge library of gaming content.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Click on the link in the description below to head over to our suggest page and...
No, South Park. Come on, South Park. DC, I mean, the Batman Arkham games, they were great. I mean, it's hard to fail Batman.
You can't always judge a video game by its box art.
Well,
Really?
I think that's everything.
We did it, hun.
South Park? Seriously?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Metroid
And
Prime?
today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video games that defied expectations.
Wait,
Okay.
there we go.
It's game time.
Alright, show me what you got.
We're taking a look at video games that were faced with low expectations
GoldenEye?
prior to their release. Whether it was because of a ridiculous...
You know, I still have the
concept
cartridge, but...
and backlash. But instead of disappointing us, they ended up being remarkable titles against all odds.
Really? Batman Arkham Asylum?
Number 10, Spec Ops: The Line.
Now the official story is still hazy, but
Yeah, I haven't heard... I don't remember any news about before this game came out or anything like that. I was never interested in Spec Ops: The Line.
Modern-day military shooters are
Wasn't
usually
me.
seen as overtly patriotic linear action games with a goal to stop terrorists because they're not American. Spec Ops seemed like
Yeah.
yet another generic shooter
Good.
trying to cash in on Call of Duty's popularity.
Colonel, please.
I told you that.
What's going on here?
Survival, Captain. Plain and simple.
That idea was only strengthened by its launch trailer, as well as previous entries that followed the same formula. What we actually got
This is the
was a
first time I've ever
disturbing,
seen-
in-depth look into insanity, where the line between good and bad was so distorted.
You know,
that
I have
and the desire
never
to become a
heard
hero
of white
was
phosphorus
not
until I
enough.
hear about this game.
Fine, set it up.
Get it, right? That's white phosphorus.
Yeah, I know what it is.
You've seen what this shit does. You know we might not have a choice.
Yeah, that...
There's always a choice.
It isn't any indication. It's a fucking messed up weapon.
Number 9, Alien Isolation.
Well, okay, I admit, after Colonial Marines, I'm not surprised people were very worried about this game. But I want to play this game actually. I haven't bought it yet, and I want to actually try it with VR.
Near broken AI. People
Yeah.
weren't too optimistic about Alien Isolation the following year, especially given the track record of most movie-based games. This follow-up took many by surprise, and that's largely because it returned to the tradition of Ridley Scott's 1979 sci-fi classic.
While being an original story.
Ripley, Amanda, Ripley, I need your help.
Please take a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Just
That's
as
creepy.
the original Alien focused on suspense and horror over action, Alien Isolation was all about stealth and survival. It really feels like you're in the shoes of Ellen Ripley's daughter Amanda, making the experience more intense.
By the way, was that ever
and claustrophobic?
Ripley's daughter? Was it ever mentioned before in the movies?
Region where she went missing.
Number 8, Resident Evil 4.
You are a long
The only thing I ever heard about Resident Evil 4 came after the game, and
Guess that's a local.
pretty much everyone's going crazy for it.
Resident Evil 4 was in development hell for years and underwent
Really?
numerous changes. Because of this, hype slowly died out, and longtime fans especially lost interest when they heard zombies would be removed from the equation.
If anything, the more I heard it from Resident Evil 5 and how they still had not do the whole like run and gun, like you can't like run while gunning, walk while gunning. Something that had been perfected thanks to Dead Space by then. But this game, nothing but good things. I tried playing this game here on the Wii.
Aside from revolutionizing the over-the-shoulder perspective,
Yeah,
Resident Evil 4 enthralled gamers
I have to give it another chance, but it was not so easy. I had no idea what I was doing.
What are we gonna do, Leon?
Hate to say it, but we're sandwiched, all right. Quick!
We're sandwiched? Wow.
Number 7, Guitar Hero.
Again?
Controller is all you really need to play a video game.
Again, I don't
Video game
recall
developers have tried to shove
whatever
experimental accessories down our throats over
controversy
the years,
here.
from the Power Glove to the Power Pad.
Okay, there is no freaking way this was actually a commercial.
As a result, Guitar Hero looked like just another gimmick destined to flop.
Yeah.
Nobody could have predicted.
I mean,
it would become
okay.
one of the most successful music rhythm games ever.
Again, I just know after the fact.
Having extreme crossover appeal with die-hard gamers and non-gamers alike, Guitar Hero evolved into an electrifying franchise with immortal music and
Yeah, when Rock Band came out and it's like good music, but of course it's thinking from an actual album.
Number 6, GoldenEye 007.
Okay, there was no way I knew anything about the supposed news about this game here.
Here's yet another
Again,
case of
just
video
after the
game
fact,
music
like way after the fact,
nervous
that I heard. Like this game was
Every once in a while, we
considered
get a movie
one of the
game
greatest
that finds
games
over
of the decade, something like that. Yada yada.
GoldenEye
And it's on the
has
cartridge.
been one of these rare exceptions, which is especially surprising considering it came out 2 years late.
But I
Gamers
never
were fascinated
really
by this
played
game's awesome appeal to
the
kids.
single player. I tried to play it, but I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
As it moved
Too
from
young to
FPS
understand, really.
forward with perfect gameplay, rich level design, and a multiplayer component that was surprisingly added at the last minute. This is why
Yeah.
you hold on to your old N64 and
still got it
play
right
in
there,
your
by the way.
room today.
The multiplayer, I hate this setup here.
Number 5, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Okay, I know none of these games. Like, I got Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the GameCube.
Talk about judging a game based on appearance alone. There was a huge outcry when
Okay,
people
but
saw
I
that
would not
Zelda
be
would
surprised,
go the
yeah.
cel-shaded route.
Yeah, people get like antsy about the art style they chose here.
That earlier
I'm not
tech
surprised.
demos suggested a darker, more realistic approach only made this turnaround more disappointing.
Really?
Once gamers actually
Did not know about
brought
that.
Wind Waker into their GameCube, though, they realized it still epitomized everything we love about Zelda, with
Yeah.
unparalleled adventure, locations, and lore.
Just a new style they're trying out. And it looks nice.
After getting past the stylistic change, you'll find that this is truly one of the most beautiful-looking games, and it still looks far better than any other 3D Zelda game to date.
Oh wow.
Number 4, The Sims. It isn't shocking that people raised their eyebrows after hearing about The Sims. Although everyone was pleading for a new
Never
Sim City, we instead
played
got a game where you
a sim
essentially
game
just play house.
ever. It's like, why?
Going from building a whole city to living in a suburb sounded like the biggest step backwards one could take. The Sims was ahead of its time, however, as gamers became engrossed by their virtual second lives. It demonstrated just how invested we can become in a video game world, even if that world is a simple household.
Yeah. Flirt.
Number 3,
Ooh, there we go.
you're stupid!
Yes, I could imagine that. I had no idea, but I could imagine this easily.
The pairing of Disney and Final Fantasy characters may sound as random as it gets.
I
But
wanted to
Kingdom
beat.
Hearts amounted to one of Square Enix's most beloved franchises, nevertheless.
Maybe I'll go back to try to beat Sephiroth and then Semnes. But
Are they that important to you?
during the live stream as well, I'll be playing Chain of Memories this
Immensely
weekend.
likable Sora, this wonderful RPG truly made the gamer feel like they were a
Chain of
true
Memories,
home
oh boy.
Agrabah
Oh yeah.
and other worlds inspired by Disney classics. A familiar face waits around every corner, and you can't wait to see who will pop up next.
And the fact that they got the voice actors to reprise their roles here.
Please, kid, leave the intros to a professional.
Robin Williams.
Lily of the Lamb.
With incredible voice acting, addictive gameplay, and a touching story, this gaming
Still
experience
addicting to this
will
day.
stay hard forever.
It's the hunt for the ultimate weapon.
Number 2, Metroid Prime. Gamers may know what they want, but they don't always know what's best for them. Case in point, Metroid Prime. After the greatness of Super Metroid and other titles in the acclaimed side-scrolling...
I actually think that Metroid Prime
appalled to learn that
was
the
my first Metroid game.
first-person shooter
I could be
instead.
wrong though. But I like this game.
That a then
Like this game,
unknown
and when I played
was helming
Super Metroid, I enjoyed it very much.
either. Ooh, how wrong we were.
Yep.
Atmospheric, chilling, and isolating, Metroid Prime distinguished itself as one of the franchise's most involving entries and put Retro Studios on the map. Maybe history might repeat itself with Metroid Prime Federation Force? It wouldn't surprise us, that's for sure.
Federation Force. Didn't we already do that? We're getting Metroid Prime 4, so.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Shadow of Mordor.
Welcome to the kingdom of Koopa Keep.
Really? Was there really doubt here? For South Park? I don't see
Here
it.
is tended by Clyde, a level 14 warrior. Here you can see our massive stables, overseen by the level 9 ranger, Scott Malkinson, who has the power of diabetes.
Just take the gun.
Inmate all the shit. Gun.
Yeah, you know, I heard good things, but never played this game. Yeah, but it was Xbox, right? So. Oh! Yeah, Dead Space Extraction. Yeah, the,
Number 1, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Please, someone enlighten me on this. Who thought this was bad? Batman? Yeah, it had its downfalls in
Batman
gaming.
fared better on the video game front than Superman.
Yeah.
It still seemed unlikely that we were ever going to get an amazing game centered on the Caped Crusader.
Nicely done, Bats. You deserve a prize.
Really?
Rocksteady Studio, whom just like Retro
You know, I'm still
Studios
curious
was
to
a
know
well-known
how
developer at the time,
Joker
didn't
managed
just
to
settle for making an
capture
Assassin's
again
Creed
Jim
game
Gordon
Arkham
after.
Asylum, though. They went all out with a haunting environment, masterful controls, epic boss battles,
Oh boy,
expensive
yeah.
gadgets, and iconic voice actors from the exceptional Batman the Animated Series.
Genius.
Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker gets his hands on this, he will create an army of 1,000 Banes.
Ho
The
ho.
result was the superhero game people had been waiting for, setting a whole new standard not only for
that a
superhero
mouse?
games,
Really?
but for many other action games to come.
Leave it to Batman and set standard.
Hey, Sharpie. Love what you've done.
At least for DC game, but
Do you agree?
Marvel's
with
going good so far.
Performed admirably under the
For the most part.
What video game surpassed your expectations?
His winner is Aladdin. Congratulations.
For more entertainment,
Yeah, that
content
boss
published
battle.
every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Eh.
Now that's funny.
Thanks for watching Mojo.
What's funny is how is your look. I'm curious to know exactly the controversy some of these, like the doubt people have with some of these games. GoldenEye, really? Some I can understand, like the Riddick game, yes. Kingdom Hearts, of course. But Batman. Really? We had that with Batman? We had, and after Alien Isolation, I can also understand, especially after Colonial Marines, which have not played, but I have heard nothing. Absolutely nothing. But bad bile spilled out all around about that game. Resident Evil, I don't know, but some of these games actually surprised me that there was a doubt that people thought it was gonna be any good at all. I mean, South Park, really? We had the same creators of South Park, for crying out loud, so I had high expectations from the get-go, and hey, met them and in some cases surpassed them. I thought I might just vaguely recall, like, the Wind Waker one. Yeah, I think people did indeed were very much upset. Even, I believe, after the game came out and it turned out to be good, there were those die-hard, like, conservative people who just would not accept that Wind Waker was a good game until a few years down the line. Even then, I'm pretty sure there are those people who still say Wind Waker, it's the worst-looking Zelda of them all, blah, blah, blah. Because there always is those people who just can't accept the truth. And, of course, Metroid Prime. And I can see that. Same time, I live in Puerto Rico, so what the hell do I know? We barely had... This was in a day when the internet was still something that I did not have much of in my computer, and we had dial-up, for crying out loud. Dial-up. So, yeah, good luck watching anything and learning anything about this news and stuff like that. Overall, I would say I call this a very informative top 10. Because I'm still surprised some of these games here, people had doubts that would be good, but defied expectations and everything, proved that they were great. Especially number 1, Batman. People actually doubted Batman. His track record in the video game department has always been solid. Yes, there were the bad games, of course, but for the most part, good game. And now, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Except, I'm happy these games defied all expectations. Just said, you had doubts? Well, doubt us now? Do you doubt us now? That's pretty much what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting from this, anyhow. Well, that's all I got to say on this. Thank you all for watching. Comment down below what you all thought. Like to subscribe for more videos. I really should play that Escape from Butcher Bay. And I should definitely get Alien Isolation after I get the VR, though. Until then, this is Mecha-san, logging out.